It's showtime.
BS and Beer Media in association with STWF TV, the podcasting network. We present to you the Frenemies Fantasy Football Podcast.
What's up, everybody? I'm your host, Dale. Welcome into the show. Today, I've got Tim with me, and I've also got Kyle with me. What's up, y'all?
Yo.
What's going on? What's up?
All good, man. All good. Listen, it's another week in fantasy football. We got a lot of things going on, a lot of news to get to. First, let's start off with some drinks. Kyle, what you got today?
I had, I was going through that whole thing where I'm not going to buy any alcohol until I drink everything in my fridge. Well, guess what I found today that was basically full.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And I have a little bit of peach Sky vodka. Apparently I'm a Sky vodka drinker. I don't know. This is just regular, just Sky, just straight up. And I put it with cranberry, and here's my concoction. And it's actually pretty close to pink, Dale. I'll throw that in there.
Oh, look at
Almost a pink drink.
Dale's driving down to Louisiana to your house right now.
There you go. All right, Tim, what you got, man?
Yeah. Hey, look. I wanted to. I this beer, I've seen it plenty of times at my stupid little grocery store by my house. And today I just realized that it's actually from Shreveport, Louisiana.
Hey, that's right.
All right. There we go.
All right. But it's called Reasonably Corrupt Black Lager.
All right.
Look at this fine, distinguished looking gentleman. Does he have a man bun? Is that a man bun on his head right there?
I don't know. It looks like a snake. That's a snake.
That's a snake. Oh, it can. Yeah. His head out and there's a snake on top of his head somehow. Whatever. All right. It kind of look like a man bun in the screen if you look too.
Yeah. I'm just focusing on the hair part. It kind of looks similar to Craig this week on the beer run.
Reasonably Corrupt. That's a great name right there. That's Dale.
Yeah.
He's Reasonably Corrupt commissioner. Pick up some just threw Tim over and like he'll do some stuff and all of a sudden the rules are changed and oh JG JG's on here. So
that's right, JG. Don't trust anything Tim drinks.
Shout out to JG. So I tried this. Okay, it's already opened. I tried it. All right. I do not recommend. I do not recommend, man.
It's on that list. I understand, man.
It's a black lager, and it tastes like I'm drinking a coffee lager.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I got the good old Faithful. I got Faithful over here, working man's beer, Modelo.
Yeah, that's right. Number one beer in America.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I stopped by your daughter's job, Tim.
Well. Yeah. All right.
It wants to know what's in the cup.
Oh. That's where my daughter went.
Yeah. So I got Arnold Palmer and I mixed some vodka in there. So that's what we're doing today.
Nice.
You don't get to buy that thing. That's like drinking shit in a Sonic cup. You're a softball mom, Dale. You know that, right? That's what sports moms do. They go to Sonic and they buy the pink drink, then they pour some Sky vodka in there.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
It's the working mom's drink. How about that? There you go. Oh man. No, it's not. It's not Tito's vodka. I don't have Tito's vodka. This is a Rocktown Distillery vodka. Lemonade
local.
vodka. Yes,
that's local to Little Rock. He sold out from Jimmy Buffett. He passed away, right, Dale?
I was just a little bit too early for my Jimmy Buffett tequila.
Jimmy Buffett phase.
Yeah, but look, now all y'all want to drink it because the man dead. So
Yeah.
so there you
Kyle,
go.
I do have to ask you a question, though, Kyle.
Mhm.
How does an entire bottle of Sky vodka just disappear in your fridge, brother?
That's weird, Kyle.
Like,
it was in the freezer actually. So it was like underneath some pasta that we had. I don't remember buying it. Like I don't remember the occasion. But looks like I took like 3 or 4 shots and then called it a day and just tucked it in for safekeeping.
Yeah.
there you are.
No idea, but here it is. So there you go.
What's up, Will? We see Will chiming in. All right, man. Let's get to some of this news that we've had. And with this news, I have to actually give Tim props because Tim actually said something. It happened to be right this time. So
this time.
This time. That's right.
I'm
This
excited.
time.
I'm excited.
Oh,
you know what? You know what just happened is that everybody in the class flunked the test, but I ended up with the best grade.
You got the D- and everybody else failed.
No, we all failed.
There you go. We'll say he feels your pain. The vanishing vodka. Yeah.
Oh man.
No
idea.
What
do you got, brother? What you got for us, Dale?
All right.
Oh, there he is. Oh.
So yeah. This is week 6. It's a tough one. We got a big injury to talk about, and that's Justin Jefferson. It looks like he's going to be put on IR for sure. But the way that the Vikings are looking, people are starting to think maybe they're going to put Justin Jefferson on the shelf because like the Vikings are 1-4 right now or something like that.
Right.
Yeah, they're probably going to tank the rest of the season and not risk any further injury to Justin Jefferson. Where do you stand on that, Tim?
Where do I stand?
Yeah. On your belief, that they may just put him on a shelf.
Oh, well, I mean, see, this is like I just got called out for the question in front of the class that I was not ready for. So I think they might. I think there's a chance on that. They did bring in, I think they brought in 3 players and signed them this week, right? They brought in a quarterback because they're supposedly looking to start looking for another quarterback too. There's a lot of rumors around the Vikings right now.
Yeah, the other rumor is that they're going to trade Kirk Cousins. And so if that happens, for sure, you're not going to bring Justin Jefferson back to work with, some rookie or some off the street quarterback or whatever, man. So I could see that happening.
I feel like it's still too early to like completely and totally just cancel the season out and just say like, yeah, no, we're tanking. We're not gonna make it. Like week 5, like really?
I mean, with the trade deadline is like next month, so
yeah,
it's not too early to start looking at this thing.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, well,
if that's a purpose-built plan, though, it's a good way to do it legally. Does that make sense too? Because there's a lot of ways to make things happen legally.
Yeah.
And one of them is to have like your star wide receiver, trade away your quarterback and have your star wide receiver, sit the bench, IR, hurt.
Yep. So Anthony says the Viking season was tanking anyways. Their defense was giving up on the games. So, I mean, yeah. There you go. Not putting that guy back out there to risk some more injury, and we're not doing anything this year. So that's
no way.
That's what I'm thinking. All right. So we saw Cooper Kupp come back in week 5, and when he came back, he was back. And this is the part I'm giving you props on, Tim, because we talked about Cooper Kupp and Nakua, and I was saying, hey, it's possible that he can just take a step back to Nakua, and then I was all for Stafford supporting both of the wide receivers. But Cooper Kupp comes back and puts up 8 for 118. So right back to what he does.
Yeah.
So Kyle, give me your thoughts on Cooper Kupp there.
I mean, like historically, like we've seen Matt Stafford like just pick one guy and that's his guy. That's who he's rolling with. I really didn't feel like Puka was gonna have such a big game. Like it really seemed like Stafford was able to like, throw both of them into the mix, get them both involved, and like both still keep those guys both starters in your lineups.
Yeah.
Like no matter what, like you can't sit either one right now with the success Puka's had, and then Cooper Kupp being Cooper Kupp. Like I'm starting both of them. If you got them, smoke them if you got them. That's kind of what I'm seeing right now.
Okay. Hearing from Kellen, Caleb Williams, and Justin Jefferson would be dynamic together. Like
they would have
yeah,
to really, and that's counting on Carolina to win a game. Because then Chicago has Carolina's pick. We get that.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And Chicago did just get a win, so they're essentially, even with the Bears.
Also, though, this is a quarterback deep class coming out.
Right.
That's true.
All I've been hearing. So maybe you don't get Caleb Williams, but you get somebody pretty good.
Drake May or Bo Nix or somebody.
Yeah.
Listen, I honestly think it's only just going to be 3 maybe quarterbacks that come out that's actually going to produce something for a fantasy team. But we'll get to. We got plenty of time for rookies talk.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Also coming back week 5, Jonathan Taylor. He also got paid.
Yeah, that's surprising.
The hold in works. Players hold in, don't hold out. Good for him. We are hearing Mike Evans is practicing, so he's trending towards playing, dealing with a hamstring injury. Also, the same thing for Amon-Ra St. Brown. He's trending towards playing, as well as Odell Beckham Jr. Hearing him back at practice, which is welcome because haven't heard from him in a long time, man.
No,
I know people drafted him to actually be an actual wide receiver on their team, and they're counting on him. So,
well, last time I heard from him, he was on a boat or something, right?
Oh my God, there you go with that.
That's the last time we heard from him. He texted somebody from a boat, like a picture. Him and all the Giants wide receivers.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that was a long time ago.
It was.
That was like 6 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
Yep. OBJ averaged 2 catches and an injury almost every game.
Way to go, Anthony.
Anthony Price, yes. You're right, Anthony. Absolutely. Now, the latest rumor I'm hearing, just watching the pregame for Thursday Night Football, the Broncos are looking to deal Jerry Jeudy.
Oh.
Yeah, this caught me because we heard rumblings before the season that they were looking to move both of the receivers, Sutton and
one or both.
Yeah. And now we're hearing it again. And we've come to know as Saints fans, when you hear Sean Payton rumors, it's probably true. Because we heard so many rumors about him leaving, and we're like, oh, that's false. And it turns out all of them was true. He was trying to get out of New Orleans a long time ago. So another Sean Payton rumor here, Kyle.
I mean, I believe it. I believe it, and I'm actually hopeful. Jerry Jeudy is one of those, like, he had that like the stretch towards the end of last season where he was coming up, and like if you were brave enough to start him, you really cashed in at the end of the season. And then this year he came out slow, like you're wondering if he can get in that rhythm again. And I just texted another one of my groups, another league, where I'm like, hey, I just traded for Jerry Jeudy. How crazy would it be if he goes to a team that has a legitimate quarterback and is not like 30 something years old and kind of on his last leg? Which, no disrespect to Russ, but calling it how I see it here. I just feel like him with a different quarterback and a change of scenery might be pretty dangerous. So it's looking good for me. I gave up Christian Watson for him, and Watson's kind of whatever, but I'm really thinking Jerry Jeudy needs that change of scenery, needs a new quarterback, needs something fresh to get him going.
But how often have we seen a wide receiver just change teams and then on the new team they just show up and boom, fantasy producers?
Mm.
Because I know I thought about it many times, especially back in the day with Dez Bryant. I wanted him to go to a different team so badly.
Oh,
That's so great. I love that. I love Dylan because look, I walk by his desk every day, and he had Dez Bryant videos up. So I traded and got Dez Bryant. And then I snuck around. I traded Dez Bryant for 2 second-round picks, and then he retired or something.
Yeah, he tore his ACL. I mean, Achilles. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So now
it was the best scenario possible. He signed with the Saints too. I was like, oh my
yeah.
God.
We're so stoked. Stoked when that happened. Oh my God.
This is the best scenario that like one of your good buddies has got the guy that you've been dreaming about, and he goes to your team and then he trades you to him, So it's like, man, I was a bad friend. Sorry.
But yeah, that really does kind of made me think, like, I don't know if he's really gonna pick it up this year. I think it may be a next year thing for Judy to be effective, because if he goes to a different team, I don't see him just taking all. So
yeah, I feel like the talent's there. He needs to get in a good situation,
right?
And you'd think with Sean Payton coming in, it would be a good situation, but it's just not. Like I don't see it happening.
Yep. Okay. Well, listen, this next part, I think we need to contact some help because it's a lot of injuries and we need somebody to come to the rescue. Let's call these guys. Call Tim and Bill. Call Tim and Bill. Call Tim and Bill. That's right.
Yeah,
Rescue Rangers on the case. It's a lot of injuries, and the injuries I'm talking about right now in Chicago, the running back position, Roschon Johnson and Khalil Herbert.
You need some help there, Tim. Damn.
Oh, dude. Look, I didn't know how to wear my headset with this hat. All right, like that wasn't explained to me before this. I look like an old lady going shopping at the mall.
It's okay. It's okay. I think I call it a witch. So But yeah. So with Chicago, this running game, Roschon Johnson dealing with a concussion, Khalil Herbert dealing with an ankle. They're both looking to be out. And Foreman last week was inactive. But with nobody there, he looks to be the running back one. Do we trust Foreman?
What you think? He was a healthy scratch, though. It was not So healthy scratch, like he's good to go, no issues. Like we saw what he did in Carolina last year when they had their running game on point and they were able to run the ball. Him and Chuba Hubbard last year like had that little stretch where they were breaking out. I see this happening again, but it kind of relies on Justin Fields. And if we're relying on Justin Fields, like I think y'all gonna have a difference of opinion on where we're going with this one.
Yeah, one of us is in love.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of us is in love.
We slander Fields again.
How does it? I have to question your like straightness because like you're so in love with Fields.
If you didn't have kids, he'd be really quick.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on now. Why are we questioning Fields again now? I don't get it. What's going on here?
See, now I got drug in. See, I was trying. I feel like I just fell for the bait. He's trying to bait me into Justin Fields talk again. But like, look, I do think that Foreman's going to be back this week. And I think he's the man to get in Chicago. I think there's going to be more designed plays for Fields to run also. But Foreman's going to be a hot hand until something happens over there. I think they signed somebody else off the practice squad. Is that true too? I saw
that may be true. I don't know for sure.
I saw that come through, and I'm like, now losing my mind over who it was because all the depth charts I have Travis Homer, who is also questionable.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, let's look at what Fields produced last week, since y'all want to talk about Fields, I guess.
Oh no! Well, since we want to talk about it,
I mean, apparently y'all want to talk about Fields here. Like,
look, Timmy's taking off the hat. All right, we're gonna talk about Fields. I'm gonna get hot, and this hat's gonna get my way.
look, this guy just put up 15 for 29, 282 passing, 4 touchdowns passing. Tim, 4 touchdowns passing.
I heard it.
Okay. He also put up 57 rushing yards.
All right,
like,
yeah.
What are we complaining about with Justin Fields here?
Look, you can't depend on him. He's not your QB. He's not your QB. Why didn't you start him this week, Dale? Let me ask you that one. You had
last week?
This last week. Yeah, you didn't start him.
Because I decided to start
you
Stroud. I had Stroud, yeah. I got choices. I got choices. All
of a sudden,
because I got choices.
And Dale's like this cat dating Casanova. He's like, baby, I got choices. You know, but I got these other people I love too. You know, yeah.
Look, maybe he's not reliable in the coming weeks, but he's been producing so far. That's all I know.
Can we put that on the record? He chose Stroud over Justin Fields last week.
That's right. Right.
You did that last week, Dale?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
Last week. I won. I'm fine. I won.
He did.
It wasn't good for your quarterback.
Strategies in fantasy. Sometimes you need that floor. Sometimes you need the ceiling. I needed the floor last week. I went with the floor.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So, but I'm still going to throw it in your face that you didn't choose Fields.
The 1 week, man. Oh.
Yeah, the 1 week he's like blowing up. So,
okay.
But I've decided that Justin Fields is. I looked at crap because I knew Dale was gonna. I looked at it like. All right, look. What was that Thursday night when they played? I looked at yes. Oh my gosh. Oh man.
I want to get back at Dale.
So Fields is 100% a serviceable quarterback if he's playing the bottom third defense. And I mean fantasy strength of schedule defense for quarterbacks. So and then he's going to get you like 35, 40 points. But anybody that's mediocre defense or good defense, he's going to get you crap. That's what's happening. Okay.
So what is Fields facing this week? Is it a green light defense or red light?
I don't like it. You got me stuttering now. I don't want to know. I don't want to talk about Fields.
Every week, I might as well have a Justin Fields segment here.
We're arguing about one person. Oh my gosh, Kyle gets tired of hearing about it too. I'm sure. But,
no, I absolutely enjoy this banter back and forth between Justin Fields haters and lovers.
So I would play Justin. I'm looking at my stuff right now, and I would play Justin Fields for the next 3 weeks. All right.
Okay.
All right.
There we go.
So I'm just letting you know, and I'm not.
So you're saying he's valuable in fantasy, is what you're saying.
You have to have 2 quarterbacks if you want Fields. If you want to have Fields as your quarterback, if you're so in love with Fields, you need to have 2 quarterbacks.
So you're saying start him against Minnesota? That's a start for you?
Yeah. They're 24th on strength of schedule. They're giving up 19.6 points per game to the quarterback.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe we'll come back to that like a little later. Maybe. I don't know. We might though. We might.
Okay.
We might come back to that.
Okay.
Put a pin in it then. Okay.
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson, he was out last week with the shoulder injury, and this week he looks to be out again with the same injury. This hurts the Browns a lot. Hurts Cooper a lot. What should people do if you got Browns players?
So Kyle, what do you think about Watson and his like current situation as far as football goes, not just like fantasy? Have you
Not
kind of
just fantasy.
well, not
Like
just like
talking about all the scandals, and then him coming into the season, and then like all these
Yep.
injuries coming up
Yeah.
randomly. Like I feel like they might go hand in hand. I don't know.
Oh, so you don't think these are real injuries?
Like, of course, this is the NFL. Like, come on, no, people get hurt. Like anyone who's ever played football knows, like it's rough, bro. Like you can be banged up any second you're on the field. I'm not saying they're not real injuries. I'm just saying that might be playing a part to him wanting to go out there and wanting to, I'm not sold on this whole thing. Oh yeah, I'm injured. I'm in. I'm out.
Yeah. That's
And
kinda where I was
with
going.
that new guy, what's his name from UCLA? Dorian Thompson, the backup quarterback that played phenomenal in the preseason. He's got like 2 last names. Anyways, I don't know who's going to start for Cleveland. I'm not confident whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
Like no, Browns players we're sitting. Like we can all agree, there's no Nick Chubb. If there's no Deshaun Watson, we're sitting these players, right?
I like the idea.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm sitting Cooper.
Yeah.
I'm sitting Cooper. I even like a Zay Flowers or like a Michael Thomas. I'm starting over Cooper.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Sad, but it just hasn't been there. Cooper's been on and off, and without Deshaun Watson, he's not the guy to start.
Yeah.
I was kind of on the thing that. So Watson seems to be having these like injuries or whatever, and the Browns in Watson's lowest point in his career, the Browns reach out, traded for him, and gave him all this money, and then now he's like sitting here, like sitting back going, "Oh, I'm hurt." What do you mean?
Yeah,
I'm injured.
Yeah.
You've already paid me.
He's probably getting legal massages. Is what we're thinking.
Yeah,
right? Like,
maybe he's more injured now because he's not getting massages.
That's a good point. Yeah.
He's like, I really just need somebody to touch me in my special spot.
That is a great point there. That is a great point. All right, let's answer a question here. Let's see. Pick one wide receiver and two running backs
and a flex.
We're setting the whole lineup.
I want to throw in first, like Barkley. I'm not confident in. With him being on the Giants, that is the first red flag I'm going to throw out there. And then his health and him coming back, not 100%. I'm kind of staying away from that. I would go Kamara and Hall as my 2 running backs. You're going maybe Jacoby Myers. That one, yeah. I like what he did last week. He was first touchdown scorer on the board. Amari, we're sitting. Scary Terry sit. Tank Dell is having his issues.
Yeah, he's hurt. He's not gonna play.
JT, I'm not.
Who's JT?
Jonathan Taylor.
Oh, that might be a nice little flex option.
Yeah.
So is Chris Godwin. Full PPR. I feel like that flex has to be a wideout.
Yeah. I'm down with. I pretty much concur with what you were saying. Jacoby, I like Jacoby, Kamara, Hall, and JT as your flex. Personally,
JT over Chris Godwin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not.
Well, you're going with the wide receiver though, weren't you?
In a full PPR, but JT, like that first game back is not like that. That's a super duper small sample size. Like once he's back, this is his second week. Like, do any of us know what he's been doing those 4 weeks that he was out? Or while
he was technically on a team on like a PUP kind of thing.
So
I assume he's running on the treadmill.
He's got playbooks. He's understanding the plays. He knows the plays. He's just not he's not explosive. He's not doing these drills that are keeping him in game shape. So, But honest to God, Jonathan Taylor is Jonathan Taylor. Like, let's keep that in the back of our minds.
But remember what Zach Moss did last week. Zach Moss went off.
Zach Moss, man, oh my goodness. This man needs some respect right now. Like, I'm sorry.
For real. I'm mad we didn't sign him, you know? Yeah. For real, man.
What was he, number 3 in Buffalo? Wasn't he the third?
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
They got a stable.
I mean, look, we knew Buffalo. Yeah. You just can't run the ball in Buffalo, and I think it's probably because of their quarterback. You know, that's what I think. So, all right. Somebody's asking. They're 5-0. The team is Tua, CMC, Kenny Walker, Cooper Kupp, Olave, Goddard, and James Cook. Now, Fields on the bench. Should have trade Fields and Kenneth for Bijan.
Is this? I'm assuming Dynasty. This is a thing. Dynasty redraft. You know,
he says non-PPR. That's the only thing I got.
Oh, I got you.
On the extra info I got.
Well, I see. I'm going for Bijan.
Yeah, I really like Bijan, but giving up those 2 for 1, yeah, I don't know.
I'm down.
He's talking about Kenneth Walker, and honestly, CMC and Kenneth Walker I could roll with the entire season as of right now. Like, I'm good to roll with them until they get hurt or you know, something else out until Geno and the entire Seattle Seahawks offense, you know, has some kind of, you know, some earthquake or something that, you know, they're all crippled. Like, no, Kenneth Walker's my guy for sure.
Yeah, I say you're good. Stay pat. I wouldn't make this trade.
No.
Tim, you saying make the trade? Get Bijan?
Dynasty, I'm getting Bijan. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely trading Fields because, I mean, in my opinion, Fields.
Yeah. I don't know how you got Fields in the first place, Tim.
I don't have Fields anywhere. But yeah, running quarterbacks like him, and they end up having a bright future. I mean, bright sign. You know, they're the supernova of a star. You know, they're bright, they're shining, and then they fade fast. So they got like 3 years, maybe 4 max.
Okay. Should they trade away Devontae Smith?
Smith. That's hard, man. Kyle says no.
I would say no. No. Not knowing what you're getting back, of course, but I like the Eagles offense. I want to stay on that offense. So
I like the Eagles defense more to give them the Eagles offense like way more opportunities than they should have. I mean, that's a factor.
I am currently looking at targets per route run. That's kind of the stats I'm bringing up today.
Okay.
But Devonta Smith is 65th in the league at 17% targets per route run, at 33 targets on 193 routes ran. That's a little bit lowish, but I mean, he's such a young guy, dude. It's hard to trade him away. Well, yeah, it's hard to just in Dynasty trade him away.
Okay, another one: C.J. Stroud or Russell Wilson this week at quarterback.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think we need Tim to answer this one because Dale and I have a super biased opinion.
Right.
I think CJ Stroud probably on the field. So
exactly, you don't want my opinion right now.
Not being biased though. Like, are we really like that high on CJ Stroud against the Saints defense?
Yo, Houston has the number 3 passing offense in the NFL right now.
Jesus.
Like, they literally can't run the ball. So.
Well, I do have. I mean, I've got them very close as well. It's going to be a crapshoot for me. You got Stroud, and he's ranked 16th right now by my calculations, and Wilson's ranked 18th. They're about half a point difference. So, you know, do you want to play Stroud against New Orleans, or do you want to play Russell against KC tonight? You know, so
I mean, usually KC is you're going to pass a lot against them. And your quarterback's going to put up points because they got to. They got to keep up.
Yeah.
So just think about it that way. I'd probably go with Russell Wilson. Just thinking about it that way.
Yeah.
Easy Russell.
Broncos. Well, Casey's given up 14.8 points per game to the quarterback. And let's see here. Let me just a second. And New Orleans is giving up 13.9.
Mhm.
So you're going, it's kind of crapshoot. It's almost 50-50.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. 14-team league. TJ Watt on bye. Do you roll without a linebacker, or would you drop Kendra Miller, Quentin Johnson, or McLaughlin for PPR? I think Quentin Johnson might be safe to drop.
Is this
With the 14-team league?
You need to drop any one of these guys. Like, they're not. I don't feel like McLaughlin has stepped in and is that dude now.
No, McLaughlin's put up some points.
Yeah.
So I can see that. And if you're doing it right now, nobody's gonna be able to claim him.
I would do McLaughlin over these other two because I think Quentin Johnston's got a bright future. And I think Kendra Miller might have a bright future. And so I never go without a position on purpose.
Yeah, is TJ Watt really he's a linebacker? I didn't draft him on any of mine. I'm not sure if he's an edge rusher or a linebacker, but linebacker is where you get the points, bro. Like I came up last week with some linebackers that got me some points and really kind of won my matchup.
Yeah, so, it's hard going blank. I tried to go blank last week in the redraft league, and I had to end up dropping Myles Garrett to go pick up somebody else so I can win the game.
Yeah. I honestly don't feel like anyone anywhere at any IDP position is really like that, that dominant fantasy wise.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're dominant defenders. Let's not get it twisted. Myles Garrett is dominant.
Yeah.
But as far as fantasy wise, I would not, I would never go without a defender. You put somebody in there, just go highest projection, whatever you want to do. Put somebody in that spot, have them give you a handful of points, and just move on to the next week.
Yeah, I think McLaughlin is your cut to go pick up a defender. So.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Well, let's get in to the bulk of the show here. We are going to start off with you, Kyle. So let's get ready to roll.
Bow. I want winners. I want people that want to win.
Kyle's killer defense.
Bow.
All right, Kyle. It's killer defense time. Tell us what you got for us this week.
I mean, last week wasn't great. I'll give you that. Atlanta, they did only hold them to 19 points. 19 points allowed. The only thing is they had no sacks, no picks, no turnovers whatsoever.
Yeah.
So they got you 1 point in standard scoring, and that's not what we're looking for. But my favorite was that Detroit pick.
Yeah.
They gave up 24. They had a sack. They had 2 picks. They had a fumble recovery. So you got 7 in standard scoring, and that's kind of what we're looking for if you're streaming. Like a killer defense streaming wise, that's really where we're at. I really feel like that was kind of the pick. So
just looking compared to some other defenses, though, I mean, like you had the Giants like right underneath the Lions, the Chiefs, Broncos. Like I think this Lions pick was the right one to go with for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
You didn't hit home with Falcons, but
no, and that's you do have to kind of risk it every now and again. I feel like that was kind of a risk. You still have like CJ Stroud, as great as he's done. Yeah. I really feel like he still is a rookie quarterback.
Yeah,
like he is. Like, truth be told, he's a rookie quarterback. He's gonna have his games. Hopefully this week. By the way, I hope his game is this week. Where he just struggles. It's coming. Like I feel like it's coming. It was not against Atlanta, which makes me very happy because Atlanta sucks and I hate them.
That's right.
So, yeah, you got to take a risk every now and again. That Atlanta didn't work out, but definitely Detroit. If you were lucky enough and hitting the waiver wire on time, you definitely scored on that one.
Okay. So, well, who you got this week for us, man?
So really, like I'm looking at a couple. The first one I had was Jacksonville.
Oh,
I'm not sure how many people got up early and watched the game.
Nobody.
It was tough for us.
hate
For
that
our
crap,
time
man.
zone, it's 8:30 in the morning,
Hate
so
that
it
crap.
works out well if you have a 1-year-old. But
Oh.
since y'all don't,
That's what we need. That's what me and Dale need is another 1-year-old.
oh
Yeah,
no,
I'm
me
good.
and Raymond watched the whole game. Yeah, absolutely, it was great. And they actually played really well. I think it might just be that London thing. God, the Jags play so good in London. I don't know
Yeah.
why.
Yeah.
They held their own against a Buffalo team. They had an interception, a fumble recovery. They had 20 points allowed. Like that's really against Buffalo and against how well they're playing. That's a win to me. You're looking at like these other games. They played like a Kansas City, Houston, who is not who we thought they were. They're tougher against defenses. They don't turn the ball over. They're playing well. And then they had that game in Atlanta, in London, where they put up like 20 fantasy points. So I'm really thinking Jacksonville. The first time they played Indianapolis week 1 was they put up 14 points.
Okay.
And they're coming back. Not even it's 5 weeks later, and you're playing the same team. It's in division. That's always good for division.
Yes.
For your fantasy defense.
I agree.
Like, everyone should point that out. Like if it's a divisional game, there's an
Yes.
added defensive aspect where you need to take account for. So
Yes.
I'm
Absolutely.
thinking this week Jacksonville might be my number one play. If you can't get Jacksonville, here's what we can do. We're gonna go with Minnesota playing against Justin Fields, actually. And
Oh,
we were just talking about how Tim wants to start Justin Fields against Minnesota.
this is
And I don't. I want to start Minnesota defense if I have to. If I couldn't get like Jacksonville, I want to start Minnesota. You kind of look at the games played. Like they've had Tampa Bay, which is a surprise team. That was week 1. But then they played Philly. They played the Chargers, and they played the Chiefs. Those games, you know what? I understand. You're going to give up some points. Like it happens. Like we're not worried about that. But the one game they didn't play one of those teams was Carolina, and they put up 20 points. This defense will absolutely feast on Justin Fields. It's a divisional game. Like you have that matchup. It's going to be a dogfight. I'm definitely taking Minnesota as one of my teams. They're projected like 9 points. I feel like they get 2, maybe 3 turnovers off Justin Fields, and they actually come up for you. So I'm going Jacksonville. I'm going Minnesota. What you got, Tim?
What you said? What are they going to do to Fields?
2 or 3 turn. I'll beer bet it if I have to, bro. They're going to have 2 or 3 turnovers against.
Don't get me wrong for any 1 second on here. I'm not on the Justin Fields band. This ain't the Brady
like
bunch.
You are, bro.
It ain't the Brady bunch and all that. I like hearing that he's gonna get feasted upon. All right, I do. I like hearing that. I like when you say that kind of stuff because it just proves Dale wrong. So, but I will take a beer bet. I'll take a beer bet. All right. So what points does Justin Fields have to? How are we going to work this beer bet out? How many points does Justin Fields have to get, or how many turnovers slash?
Okay, no. This is my defensive segment. Let's go Minnesota. Okay. So we're looking at standard scoring.
Yeah.
Like they're projected 9 points. I think they hit that over 9 points.
Over 9 points.
They're going to have to get 2 or 3 interceptions. They're going to have to keep them under 17, 20 points. They're going to have to keep them under. And they're going to have to, get a pick. They're going to have to, make them fumble. They're going to have to get some turnovers. However they can do it. Wouldn't hurt to have a punt return or something like that. That would be awesome too. But
what league do we got that we can go off these 9 points? I mean, is that in the
ESPN standard scoring?
Yeah, sure. Let's go ESPN. I'm good with that.
All right, I'll do 10. We'll negotiate for 10.
10 points. I think
Over
Minnesota
under.
covers that. If they're over 10 points at all,
All right.
I think that's
If
a
they're
win.
under, they're under. If they're 10 or under, I'll do it. If they're 10.1, you do it.
Okay. All
Wait.
right. Yeah.
No, if
Yeah.
they're 10.1, I is that what it is? Oh no, 10.1, you take the beer bet, and 10 under, I'll take the beer bet. All right, that'll work.
Yeah.
Okay.
As of right now, ESPN standard, it says they're only projected like 7. But that's like, not even, let's like one pick, a half of a fumble recovery, need to get a few sacks. Yeah, no, give me that.
I'm only doing this because I have to eat. I'm not gonna like change my thing on Justin Fields like 20 minutes ago. Yeah, so I like it. It's fun. It's fun too. Maybe I'll go buy some Sky vodka and I'll take a shot of vodka.
Make sure you put some cranberry in that. Make it a pink drink.
Yeah.
Okay.
The question is, does Dale have like some extra pink food coloring that he throws in his drinks too to just like make it more pink?
All right. So the bet I have Minnesota defense greater than 10 points. That's between you and Kyle.
Which is that's a badass game. That's for ESPN standing score. That's a badass game. You got a couple turnovers. You don't give up a lot of points.
I think it's doable. I think both sides are doable. So we'll roll with it.
All right, there we go. It's a beer bet. You got it.
Good.
All right.
Wow. I just did this.
So everybody, just to recap Kyle's defense segment here, we're going with Jacksonville and Minnesota as your streaming defenses for the week here. So go ahead and see if those guys are out there and put them on your team if you're streaming defenses. All right, Tim, you're up.
It's time for Timmy's Tips.
Perhaps play a little game called Just a Tip. Just for a second, just to see how it
feels. All right, Tim, what you got for us this week, man?
Can I get a new picture?
No.
Is that negotiating?
No, that's the one you sent. So that's the one we're using.
All right. So screw it. So I got one tip. All right. The first tip I got right now is that I want you to be mindful when you make trades for players and when their bye week was. All right. Okay. So we want to trade for players who have already had their bye week. Mm-hmm. When you go to make a trade, you want to make a trade for a player who's already had their bye week. And on the position for your team as a whole, you could trade for like the exact same player in the same tier, not the same player, of course, but like a very equal player in the same tier, and you gain a week for your team as a whole.
Right.
And we want to try to trade away players who have not had their bye week yet. So that's like a quick like standard tip to go off of.
Okay.
And it's a powerful move because it makes your wide receiver position as far as the year goes being more powerful. So that's overall.
Yeah. More weeks of production on your team makes sense.
Makes a whole lot of sense. So on this, I was gonna share my screen. This is dangerous for me. Like I get to be in charge or something. Is that what's about to happen? Like I get to be in charge of like I feel important for half a second.
Sure. Go right ahead. Share your screen, sir.
All right. So I'm sharing the screen here, buddy. All right. First thing I want to share is my strength of schedule. I got this from Fantasy Footballers. This is my favorite site to pull up the strength of schedule. Mm-hmm. And so what I'm looking for when we're making our trades right now, and strength of schedule changes throughout the year, throughout the season. By the way, I'm gonna take out week 18 because nobody likes to play week 18. Right. And anyway, so like right now, I want you guys, when I look at this is what I'm looking at. And if you see that right here, the Saints, you guys had a really hard first 5 weeks for the
Okay.
quarterback position. So when I'm looking at trading for somebody right now, trading for Derek Carr would be a great thing to do because you know that he's had 5 weeks of or the Saints quarterback, whoever it ends up being, he's had a rough schedule, and so whoever owns him probably is down about him right now. But he's got
Right.
a window of 5 weeks right here before you guys buy, and he's going to be doing pretty hot. Now the other part is that I look at when I make my trades is I'm looking at the last 3 weeks because that's going to be your championship weeks.
Right.
All right, and so right now the Cowboys are top, and that's pretty good because Dak looks like crap. And he just went. If you're seeing this, he just went against the number 5 and the number 4 defenses. So some of these owners are going to be down about some of these players, and this is a good time to go buy. Now I noticed a pattern when I was looking. And I told Dale that this week. One of the patterns is the Chiefs. They've got a pretty good schedule for almost every single position out there. Their running back, whoever their running back guy is, whoever their running back's going to be for the foreseeable future, and their wide receivers. They're in the top sixth and all the way through their bye. So you guys should reach out there and try to investigate on how doable the Chiefs are. But the bad thing about the Chiefs is they're really bad over here in the playoff section. 15, 16, 17. So we want to look for somebody in a different bracket. The Cowboys don't look too terrible. The Patriots, they're pretty cheap to grab up too. But
that's the reason why.
yeah. But anyway, let me flip over here, and we're going to go to my other one, which was my spreadsheet. I like spreadsheets too.
Oh,
Yeah.
You're a spreadsheet guy.
I try to.
Mm-hmm.
So I've talked before about targets, fantasy target.
You got to make that bigger, fam.
You got
that bigger, though.
I got to make this bigger.
Yeah.
That's what she said. Timmy, come on, Timmy. All right, there we go. Wait, just a minute. Boom.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's better.
Boom. Much better. So here we are. We're looking. First off, my thing is targets. Usually, fantasy targets for wide receivers and tight ends is a big deal. And but targets can also, when we look at targets, sometimes we get those like trash targets, which to throw off. The quarterback's out of the pocket, he's throwing the ball off. But whenever we meld targets per route run, along with that, then we kind of get a better solution because that play is more designed for that target to be there, if that makes sense. And this is the top of everything that we're seeing here. So we got Rashee Rice, Tyreek Hill, Kadarius Toney.
Isn't there a section that's like first look targets or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe so.
Look. Yeah.
Yeah, and that would first look targets.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is what I got, Dale.
I'm just asking. I assume this is part of your sheet.
No, not this sheet.
Okay.
Not this sheet, but I got this data from pff.com.
Right.
And anyway, this one's just targets per route run right now. But Rashee Rice, Tyreek Hill, Kadarius Toney, these are some of these guys don't seem like a big standout right now, Rice and Toney, but they could be later in the year, somebody to invest in, because we're always looking for somebody to trade for. And we want to
get an opportunity.
Yeah, they're getting opportunity, and we want to look in that direction. And what guys that are they? Is the fantasy manager feeling down about that is going to have a production in the future? So we're putting all this data, strength of schedule, along with this target per route run to find good patch catchers for us to grab up. So here's your guy, Puka. Here's your guy Dale Puka.
Yep.
But anyway, there's some quick data here. You can guys on the watching the show, you can pause it and look through it, and kind of grab up what you got.
Yep. Okay. Well, got a question. That's kind of riding on your spreadsheet there. Rice or KJ Osborne with the Justin Jefferson injury. Like that's a good dilemma there. What do you think?
I've been going Rice even without.
Mhm.
I've been going Rice. I own him most of my leagues. They'll see me picking him up, and I own Rice in a lot of my leagues. So yeah. Let's see here. Give me a second. Crunching.
Yep.
But
I would like we seen KJ Osborne perform, and then to know he's going to be probably the number one in Minnesota.
I was one of those guys who was on the waiver wire like hard, like KJ Osborne, like take my money, give me KJ, dropped whoever I needed to drop. I don't know. I still feel like KJ Osborne might, he might not take that whole role. Obviously, you can't just fill in for JJ.
Right.
But still, like I don't trust Rashee Rice enough to say that I don't want to start KJ Osborne.
And it's not him for me. It's not even the fact that it's Rice. It's Kansas City receiver. That's what it is.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well, I got them both so close to the same. It's dealer's choice right here, but I feel like I do feel like Rice is going to have a better floor and Osborne is going to have a better ceiling, a chance at a better ceiling. That's where I'll roll with it because we don't really know if Cousins. We haven't been in this situation yet.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
Where Justin Jefferson's out, we haven't seen Cousins without Jefferson and without Thielen.
Right.
Yeah.
We haven't seen this. So this is new. This is new. So yep. Okay. Well, let's pick some games, man. Let's do this thing.
Bow. Bow.
That was the wrong one.
And now let's look at this week's matchup.
It happens.
That was great. I love it.
It happens. The intern gets things wrong sometimes. Okay.
I like this whole intern. Get the intern in here.
All right. The first matchup we're going to talk about is Carolina at Miami. Miami is a 13.5-point favorite. 48 is the total. We've got on the Carolina side, Bryce Young ranked QB 25. Last week was Young's first game finishing higher than quarterback 23 in fantasy. So he's had a pretty rough year. Adam Thielen, however, I mean, he is coming in as the wide receiver 10 in fantasy on the season. He's ranked wide receiver 19 this week, but going against Miami, they've allowed the sixth most PPR points to slot receivers. We know Thielen likes to play in that slot a lot, and he's been the only reliable receiver there in Carolina. Should people feel confident with Thielen in their lineups, Tim?
Dude, this is ugly. I got him. Wow, I got him in number 6. Number 6 overall. Oh no, sorry, wrong. Adam. That was Adams, Devontae style. My bad.
Okay.
Yeah,
I got him. We're only going to talk about that then.
Yeah, we got him. We got him at number 19. I got it number 19 overall.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Now Chuba Hubbard has been the other story here. Since week 2, we've seen him play between 72% to 100% of the snaps. He's averaging 20 touches. It's about 97 yards a game there. We confident Chuba Hubbard gonna keep this thing going?
Yeah. We're rolling.
Good old Chuba.
We're rolling with the Chuba. Who do they have? Who else they got in their depth chart over there?
They have Miles Sanders, but Miles Sanders is hurt.
Yeah.
And so this is how Chuba's getting so much work. He's really like the only guy there. So
yeah. There's Raheem Blackshear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, Chuba's like the only guy there.
I'm down. I'm down with Chuba. I'm down. The number 4 guy is still bagging groceries at the supermarket.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So.
Exactly. All right. One of the best offenses in the league, Miami, led by Tua, and he's ranked the quarterback 6. And so far this season, he's resulted in being the quarterback 6 so far. Carolina has not been a pass defense to be afraid of. They've allowed the 12th highest yards per attempt and the 11th highest passer rating. The running back position could be one to look at in Miami because we heard that Achan went to IR.
Yeah.
Jeff Wilson could be coming back this week. You got to monitor, his reports. But as of right now, look, it's all Raheem Mostert. Are we going to be confident with Raheem Mostert? And he's going to keep this job and put up fantasy points, Kyle?
Don't we feel like anybody who's the Miami running back could produce and like absolutely get you some points?
Mm-hmm.
Is that just me, or is that like everyone else in the world? Because I feel like it's everyone who feels like no matter who Miami lines up in the backfield, they're gonna score.
It's
like I don't know if anybody else noticed, like with the chain going down, that's rough. I know a lot of people were starting him. He was a starter in lineups. Salvin Ahmad, anybody?
Yeah.
He's gonna be able to pick up carries.
From last week, he had nobody. He's practicing Wednesday. He's practicing Thursday. That's that number 2. Like I don't know if you have that same kind of chemistry and same like, oh, I can start Mostert and I can start a chain, and they'll still. I saw some teams who actually started both. They had Mostert and they had a chain, and they were still playing them.
I did that. I did that last week.
You did.
You did that?
Yes.
I've seen it happen.
Yes. I did.
This is the same guy left Justin Fields on the bench.
Like, is he coming off, out of nowhere? He's practicing. He's going to be the number 2. Jeff Wilson would be a sick number 2. Absolutely. If Jeff Wilson's playing, that's my number 2. I would be able to start Mostert, and in like a desperate flex type play, I would start Jeff Wilson. But as of right now, it doesn't look like him. It looks like this dude, Salvin Ahmed.
Yeah.
Anybody on Miami, like, damn, man, just play him. Like at this point, like I'm at the point where like if Miami's starting somebody, like just throw them out there, put them in your lineup, see what happens, bro. They could score 70 points. Like, come on, man.
For real, man.
Yeah.
You can't sit those Dolphins, man.
Oh man, right now it's hot. They hot right now.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
What I found amazing though with the Dolphins was Tyreek Hill. He ranks 6th in red zone targets.
Yeah.
And he's a short guy and he's fast. Like these guys aren't usually even in during, the goal line. Yeah. And he's getting a bunch of red zone targets. I find that amazing. So let's pick this game. Carolina is at Miami. Miami 13.5 point favorite. Tim, what you got?
Man, dude, look. I don't usually go against the points like this. All right. I usually don't go like 2 touchdowns.
Right.
But I'm going to go Miami, man. I have to go Miami minus 13.5. I just think it's going to happen like that, man. Yeah. It doesn't feel like a smart move, but that's where I'm at.
All right, Kyle, what you got?
Honestly, like I was hoping you didn't pick on me first because that is a lot of points, bro. Like 2 touchdowns
Dude.
is a lot of points in the NFL, no matter who
Wow.
it is. I don't care. But no. I like it, Tim. I like Miami. Everything they do on offense with Carolina being Carolina this year. I don't see Bryce Young like coming out and like really, oh, I'm gonna find myself. I'm gonna have this 300-yard passing game. I don't see it. I'm even starting Miami defense against him. No, give me Miami plus the 2 touchdowns. Should be cool.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we're gonna have family time here because I'm gonna take Miami.
That's right.
Minus the 13.5. It's insane to do. But
Everybody gets a pink drink.
So yeah, everybody get your drinks up. Let's go.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
That damn intern hit the wrong button again.
Damn intern again.
Look, that's a sly joke on Dale because I was an intern at work a long time. All right, I was like for like a stupid long time, and so
damn intern again. All right, next game. Oh, you know what? I forgot to play my sounder. We're playing it again.
The Panthers, the Dolphins,
right. Okay, now we're gonna go to the right game.
the Cowboys, the Chargers.
There we go. I'm getting all my sounds in. Okay, I worked
got it.
Stuff. I gotta listen to this. Okay?
That's right, Dale. You do you, Dale. That's right. You do it, Dale.
That's right. That's right.
This is your show. You do it.
All right, Dallas is at Los Angeles Chargers. Dallas is a 4-point road favorite. 51 points is the total. On the Dallas side, Dak Prescott, QB 13. He completed only 14 of 24 passes, 153 yards and a touchdown, 3 interceptions, and their loss to the 49ers, 42 to 10. Kyle, listen, a lot of people were on Dallas, and and now they've lost 2 bad games like this. But my biggest concern has been this passing game because I expected there to be fireworks with the offense, and there are no fireworks with this offense.
No, this is not July 4th. No, absolutely not. There's nothing to like make you believe anything's going to change. Like I just feel like their defense is still outstanding. Last week against San Francisco, like you can't judge that. San Francisco to me is the best team in the league. Like no ifs, ands, or buts. Like even against Philly, I feel like they still I take out Philly this year. I just don't know what the issue is with Dak. Like last year it was his interceptions and his turnovers, and this year it hasn't been too much the interceptions. It's just been lack of like, I don't know, explosiveness. He doesn't want to push it. It is like I was one of those guys who drafted CeeDee Lamb throughout multiple teams. I thought CeeDee Lamb might be that play. If you had one playmaker from Dallas, you're going to want to take him. And I'm not seeing that. Like Tony Pollard and CeeDee Lamb, as high as they were at the beginning of this year, they're just like falling flat, man.
Right.
Like it's to the point where you're looking at your bench players and you're like, all right, like is this the point? Like I start like a Michael Thomas over CD, which sounds crazy, but like it really has been so inconsistent. You can't trust it. He had 4 or 5 targets for 49 yards, and that was they're already down like 30 points at that point. So they need to figure something else out on offense. I know they do have a pretty easy strength of schedule, though. Tim has pointed that out earlier. Dallas has got some easy teams to play, starting with this week. Like the Chargers can't stop anybody on defense. Their coach is probably going to get fired like any day now. I don't know if y'all know this, but their coach is going to get fired before week 8.
I still got the bet here, Kyle. Week 8.
And
so
wait,
still got it.
I forgot about that.
I got it. I got the record.
before week 8, like he needs to get fired. I'm thinking like, Dallas needs to come out and drop like a 50-point fucking game for that to still happen. I mean, the Chargers, that they're 2-2, like they're not panicking, but at the same time, like, we're all seeing it. They're not a good team on defense. Brandon Staley's that, the defensive guy. I really feel like Dallas just kind of needs to gain their momentum back. I really just think that they're more like one of those teams that has they put too much on their momentum, and when they're rolling, they're rolling. They're a great offensive team. They can put up 30, 40 points a game. And then, when they're not, they're one of those teams that just plays, my defense is good, so we're just going to make sure that, we're going to have good field position and we're going to play that game. I don't know where they're at right now. I think they just need to have that game where they click and they score, 40 plus points, and they have no reason why they shouldn't be able to this week.
Yep.
Like, no reason. Chargers can't stop anybody. They need to come out and prove that they can still play on offense.
Who would you start this week, Tim? Justin Fields or Dak Prescott, if you had to choose?
Ooh.
So, like, do I
at quarterback?
So do I?
Not at running back.
On your fantasy
quarterback.
team.
Quarterback. Oh my
shit.
gosh. Oh, so
it seemed like you were looking for some kind of small print words or something. I don't know.
Oh, this guy. Oh, all right. So look, I'm gonna play Fields. I hate to do this. If I had to choose between the two. So like, look, it's asking me which one do I want, because you're dating, this is the whole show. I'm making fun of Dell for dating. And so like, do I want to date the prettiest pig at the fair or the prettiest cow at the fair? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, which one do I like, beef or pork? I don't know. Shoot, but I'm gonna go Fields, man. Because I'm ride or die on Fields this week. Screw you, Dale. And I can't go against my bet because that's bad mojo, and then I'd like kill myself. My bet with Kyle,
bad mojo.
That's even double. Yeah, thank you.
Go.
But I do want to say, all the Dallas talk.
Mm-hmm.
I would investigate into the CD Lamb owner and look into buying CD Lamb.
Okay.
Yeah, I would look into that if I were you guys. So.
All right, there you go. Buy CeeDee Lamb. All right. Well, let's look at the Chargers side. Justin Herbert coming off of a finger injury. He did log a full practice session today. It's Thursday, and he's coming in ranked as the QB7. And since Diggs has been out from the Cowboys, their pass defense has ranked the 3rd worst in yards per attempt, 8th worst in passer rating, and 6th worst in passing touchdowns allowed. So this is sounding like a defense that Justin Herbert is going to be able to feast on. And he gets Austin Eckler back, who is ranked the RB9. Last time we saw him was week 1. He played 51% of the snaps, about 20 touches, 164 yards, but coming off of that ankle injury, he practiced, so it looks like he's going to be a go. This is going to be another weapon for Herbert to throw the ball to.
So I love
more production to go along with Keenan Allen here. So how are we how you feeling here about Herbert and the Chargers offense?
Honestly, like I feel like Austin Eckler like has such a huge impact.
Yeah.
Like to where they're only scoring like 28 without him, but with him they're scoring like 30, like almost 40 points. I really feel like he makes up that extra little bit. It's tough. Like when you go down and you miss, like it's been 3 games and then a bye week. So he's been out, 4 straight weeks. He has not played. He's not done anything. It's always tough to like, put your faith in him. But before he went out like that, the first game, like right off the bat, 20 touches, 164 total yards.
Mhm.
Like you're not looking for anything else. He says he's 99% sure he's going to play Monday night.
Mhm.
Like it's horrible that it's a Monday night game when you have a guy coming back from an injury and he's not playing on Sunday. You have a Monday night game and you're just sitting there like, well, the rest of my players are playing Sunday. Like, what am I going to do if he's out Monday? That could be something that
No safety net.
really could mess you up. Like I would absolutely have Kelly on your team if you plan on starting him. But I still feel like the Chargers offense is nothing to worry about. Even with Mike Williams going down, that just gives, more guys different opportunities. I still feel like Justin Herbert's able to push that ball and score some points. I mean, I do see that this is a tougher task than, what they've seen the first 4 weeks. I feel like even with Dallas, giving up 42 points last week, I still think they're a better defense than a lot of teams in the league. Like I still have faith in them. San Francisco is kind of like on a different level right now. So we're going to give them that one game. They're going to collect themselves, come back. Michael Parsons is going to have a great game, this week instead of last week where he just absolutely was not a factor.
Yeah.
This Chargers offense is ready to go, man. Like I'm not worried about anything. They just had their bye week. They need to come out and they need to put some points up on the board. Although, it is tough when their coach is going to get fired in like the next week or two. It could happen, apparently.
Insider information.
People say that.
There you go. You heard it here first. All right, let's pick this game. Dallas at the Chargers. Dallas is a 4-point favorite. Tim, who you got?
Man, I gotta take the Chargers with
Damn,
plus.
Tim. Damn you.
Okay. All right, Kyle.
I'm taking Dallas, and Dallas is going to win by like 20 points.
I think Dallas will win. I just don't think the spread's gonna.
Okay.
2.5 points, Tim. Come on, man.
Oh, Dell said 3, not 4.
It's 4, yeah. That's what I got, 4.
Well, his slideshow intern fucked that up.
No. This is the snapshot. This is what the snapshot showed, and this is what
I'm looking at draft
line show.
I'm looking at MGM, and it says 2 points, 2.5. I'm taking Dallas by like a hefty amount. I mean, the Chargers can't stop anybody on defense. Dallas is going to come out. They're going to score like 40 points, but they're only going to give up like maybe 20, 24. And then, the Chargers coach is going to get fired. So, it happens.
Right. There we go.
I like it.
There we go. Kyle is on that, man. All right. I'm going to roll with give me the Chargers and the points.
All right.
I just
Plus 4? Or what do you?
Yeah.
I'm not understanding Dell math on this thing. This Dell math. This is the his due kind of thing. He's due, This Dell math, right? That he's due. This so like I'm looking at this sheet right here, this thing that we got on the slideshow, and what you see, they're two different things. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Great.
And I'm 5 beers down. So like we're kind of figuring something out over here that things aren't adding up, Dale. All right. What you're saying and what I'm seeing don't add up.
Okay. Well, hey, I am taking the Chargers plus the points. That's what we do. How about that?
Right.
All right. And the big game.
The Saints, the Texans.
This game will be in Houston. We have the Saints as a 1-point road favorite. 42 is the total. Kyle, Derek Carr last week was arguably his best passing game of the season, but it was only like 183 yards.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
We saw Chris Olave. He did get a touchdown last week, but that was really it. He did nothing else.
Another trade for person for Tim. Trade for Chris Olave.
I agree with that too.
All right.
I actually sent out a couple offers for that. So yeah.
Did you?
I am with you on that.
Yeah. It's a good time to trade for Olave right now.
Yep.
So
but man, talk to me about the Saints offense, because we expected so much more fantasy production from the Saints offense, and we have not seen this so far from Derek Carr. He's had one game so far with a 300-yard passing game. That's been it so far this season.
Mm-hmm.
So what are your thoughts here, Kyle?
I mean, I really do like how he's still trying to push the ball deep.
Mm-hmm.
It says he's leading the league in deep passing attempts, which is great and all. He's sitting at 17th in deep passing graded.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like with the weapons he has, Olave's your guy deep. Michael Thomas is short. I think he needs to utilize him. I still kind of go back to that first game. He's chucking it deep to Michael Thomas, and that's great every now and again. But really, Thomas had like a lot of targets deep down the field. When really Olave and Shaheed are your guys, it kind of goes back to what is Pete Carmichael doing? Like he has these weapons. Like what is going on with the play calling? Like I couldn't tell you where that's coming from. You need to utilize your playmakers accordingly. Like, Olave and Shaheed are deep threats. Thomas is going to be. He was nicknamed the Slant God. Like, let's be real here.
Right.
I don't want to be one of those guys who's like, man, Pete Carmichael sucks. We need to get rid of him. We need to move on and just go forward with somebody else. But at the same time, like I'm really looking at this like, hey man, like seriously, why are we not using these guys like how we should be? I do appreciate Derek Carr still slinging it deep, but at the same time, like, where is he going and what's the down distance? Like, what's the situation?
Mm-hmm.
Because that has not looked good. Like Carr, I feel like in a different situation, different coordinator, different play calling, might be doing a lot better than he's doing right now. Is that just me? I feel like Dale, as a Saints fan, you could honestly agree with me on that one.
Yeah, I definitely do. Look, next year we don't have a new offense. There's no doubt about it. So
it has to happen. Yeah. There's no way.
Yeah, it's going to happen. It was nice to see AK get into the end zone, and he's ranked RB10. I did say last week he was due, right? Didn't I say that?
Oh. You did say that, yep.
Okay, and sure enough, he got that touchdown. So y'all might want to listen in when Dale said somebody's due. Okay, don't listen to that Tim crap.
Oh my gosh, Dale math, that sprint math. Yeah.
All right, let's look at the Houston side of things. CJ Stroud, QB 16. He went 20 of 35 for 249, one touchdown. He also rushed once for 2 yards. It hadn't really been, big part of his game, but Houston have really relied on this passing game, and I don't see why they won't continue to do so again. They're going to be without Tank Dell, which is going to hurt them, but they still have Nico Collins, who's ranked the wide receiver 27. He caught 3 or 4 targets for 39 yards. Early in the season, he was pretty hot, so I could see him showing up again for CJ Stroud, but the running game has been terrible for Houston. I've been hearing cries from the fans. They want to see Singletary, and they're sticking with Pierce. And Pierce is ranked as RB21. He ran the ball 20 times, got 66 yards. He caught a ball, got 16 yards. I have been seeing him be used more in the passing game, which is encouraging, because he's not very good picking holes to run through. So passing the ball.
He's not very good. That's
Yeah. So listen, what do you look to see from the Houston Texans offense? It's going to be more passing game work here with Stroud, like they've been doing, or will they actually try to establish the run versus New Orleans, and we see Pierce get on track?
This is Houston.
Yeah, it's Houston.
It's Houston.
It's Houston. Mm-hmm.
They're not good.
Okay.
Right. They're not good. It's Houston. All right. This is my practice. You mean practice? No, this is Houston. You know, Houston, Dale. You know, they're not good. They're not good. Same day, baby. What's up?
Okay. There we go.
You know where I'm going already.
All right.
I don't know why they got Las Vegas is picking y'all so close on this game.
It's two bad teams going against each other, and
I don't believe it. Yeah. So go ahead.
All right. Well, let's pick the game then.
Well, I got a beer bet for y'all.
Okay.
So I was researching this game, and then I was using fantasypros.com for anyone who wants to go there. And I seen this one thing that said, Derek Brown from fantasypros.com. He writes, let's keep this short and sweet. In this house, we do not play tight ends against the Saints. New Orleans has allowed the fewest receiving yards and the fewest fantasy points to tight ends this season. Find another streaming option this week if you've been plugging in Schultz. Week 6 positional value is a must sit. And that's Fantasy Pros.
Right.
Like this is a dude, he gets paid to do this. So good for him. But at the same time, I will literally guarantee anybody. I'll take a beer or a shot bet. Either one of y'all, I will take it. Dalton Schultz is going to find the end zone this week.
Wow.
Or he's going to score a touchdown this week against the Saints.
That's
I will take either one of y'all wants to take it. If not, I'll just, it is what it is. But I'm throwing it out there. Maybe a listener wants to throw that up. I got a beer or a shot bet saying Dalton Schultz is going to find the end zone this week after this dude, Derek Brown, a Fantasy Pros, who gets paid to do this. He's getting paid.
Yeah.
Short and sweet. We do not play tight ends against the Saints. Y'all tell me, like, is this guy crazy?
I think
okay. Okay, well, I'll go ahead and take that then. I'll say Schultz will not score a touchdown. So
Schultz does not score. What you want to do? A beer or a shot? I got the Sky Vodka, Dale.
Yeah, it'll probably be a shot. Yeah, let's do a shot. Let's do a shot. All right.
All right.
I love it.
All right. I got it. I got it written down. We got it.
So,
all right.
Look, Kyle, I want to say, all right, I've known Dale for a long time. All right. And I do not trust him keeping track of our shots and our bets. Okay.
It's on his look at it.
I don't trust Dale. All right. But because Dale cheats. All right, Kyle. You're like say, we said that Dalton Schultz wouldn't score a touchdown on a Tuesday. He'll say that all of a sudden. I don't trust that guy.
I got it. Week 6, Dalton Schultz score a touchdown or no. I got no.
All right.
Kyle got yes. So that's it.
All right.
That's it. All right, let's pick the game. New Orleans at Houston. New Orleans is a 1-point favorite. Give me the Saints. Who that? Kyle, who you got?
I also have the Saints. It says 1 point, but I feel like they cover by like a touchdown. I think the Saints, we're good on this one. We're good to go. Houston is Houston, Houston, we have a problem.
Okay.
Family.
Drink up.
Family.
Let's go. All right, Saints, make it 2 in a row. Make us proud. And then we can talk about your problems later. How about that?
That's right.
That's what we want to see here. So, all right. Well, that's gonna wrap up the show this week.
I got one thing to throw in there.
What's that?
Anybody? Just Taylor Swift is at the game tonight. Okay.
Oh,
Just for all my Swifties.
oh, calling all the Swifties.
He is at the game tonight, and
Look,
we're gonna see how it goes. Every time Travis Kelce, anytime he touches the ball, they shoot to her. It's great.
Right.
It's great.
Hey, do they walk out together at the end of the game, or do they walk out separately?
Yeah,
One of those prop bets, right? Like it's a prop bet, right?
Yeah, I think they're separate.
You
they
think separate?
meet up later? Yes.
All right, separate. What do you think, Kyle? What do you got?
I think they walk out separate. I don't know. I don't see it happening. She's a busy woman, okay?
Right.
But she's a busy woman.
As much as I love it, I love to see it. You know, it's great for the NFL, great for NFL fantasy. No, I think it's separate.
All right. I'll go separate too. But if we lose, we gotta wear pink because that's Dale's favorite color. And it's breast cancer awareness month right now, right?
That's true.
All right. That's right.
There we are.
Okay.
Wear pink on the next show. If
There
we
you go.
lose.
There you go. I like it. All right. That's gonna wrap up the show this week. And I have one last thing to leave you guys with.
I hate you guys so very, very much.
And we're out.
Remember to follow us on social media at BS and Beer Media. Also, smash the like button on YouTube and share with friends.